Yo, my people, what's going on? I'm named D-Man, and today I'm bringing to you a review on the Yeezy 380 Peppers.
No problem. Baby, go your skin so.
This shoe came out on the 12th of September 2020 for a retail price point of, was it 200? Yeah, 200. This in particular is the non-reflective pair. So there's a non-reflective and there's the reflective. The reflective pair I think is around 250. Obviously the £50 coming from the reflectiveness of the shoe. As you can see, let me address the elephant in the room. I am back in uni, that's why one, I'm louder! And two, that's why and two, there's background exchange. Before I was in my room in London, but now I'm back at uni, I can shout and nobody cares. And hopefully I should have more videos coming out because although obviously I'm still at uni, I have a lot more free time because obviously I'm by myself now. This shoe my girlfriend did raffle for on Adidas and on SNS. Yes? Adidas and SNS, yes. And the funny thing is, yeah, I don't know if you can see behind me over my left shoulder, that I do have another pair, meaning that my girlfriend did raffle for two in her size, and yeah, I don't know how, but she hit on both of them. That's the third shoe that she's hit on. She hit on End for the Royal Toes, SNS for the Off-White 4s, and yeah, she hit for this. Coming to think of it, that girl has bare luck. But yeah, so I have two pairs. I'm going to review one and she's obviously keeping one. I don't know what we're going to do with this one, but we will see. But yeah, let's get into the shoe. First we have our standard Yeezy 380 box. You've only seen the 700 box on my channel. Difference is, this says 380, the other one says 700, but the box is basically exactly the same. Starting from the front, we do have our usual size tag. So we have the Yeezy Boost 380, style code, and the name of the shoe, Pepper, and then yeah, Pepper. UK 7, US 7.5, and yeah, European size, and so on and so forth. At the top we have the 380. We have Boost on one side, other side is plain. We have the words spelled out Adidas with the symbol on the bottom of the box. On the back of the box we have obviously Yeezy Boost 380 made by Adidas with the Adidas symbol. It's not too different from the other Adidas. Yo. You right, yeah? Yeah, come in.
What you
What are you telling me?
doing, man? You video? Oh, sorry.
It's alright. Come and say hello.
What's the camera?
Yeah. Yo, this is my roommate. Yo.
Hello, E-man's friend. Subscribers and all. In a bit.
I crewed a bit, bro. Now let's take the shoes out. Inside the box we do have the normal plastic wrapping paper. We do see that something a bit different that we haven't seen on other Yeezys. We do have this, I don't know if the word is unlimited, but yeah, unlimited loop lace. If you cut this bit of thread, the laces do come out as normal Yeezy laces. We have this continuous lace, I guess to aid the fact that people who are doing their laces, you can't be bothered. So yeah, you have this lace that you can, if you pull on the top of the lace, it tightens the shoe. If you loosen the laces itself, it does loosen up the shoe. I guess you could say that this limits you to how loosely you want the shoe tied, because obviously the lace is continuous. Coming onto the upper of the shoe, we see a fully prime knit upper with different colors. I have just noticed that there's actually blue on the shoe. I've never noticed it before, but the shoe does consist of a very light blue. We have hints of brown. We have this brown mesh on the outer foot and your inner foot. This is a brown mesh, which is, you could say, for breathability, so making the shoe more breathable. Obviously I still do have the tags on the shoe, so obviously your Adidas Yeezy Boost 380 sizes and everything. This shoe does feature a lot of padding. This shoe is quite a comfortable shoe. I've tried on a pair before and And yeah, I can say that this shoe is really comfortable. So if you are looking to go into the shoe, either this specific colorway or colorways which have come out before. At the back of the shoe, I don't know if I'll be able to show you, hopefully. The shoe does feature padding on the heel of the foot. 3 pods of padding, I guess, just to give extra comfort, I guess, and more padding when wearing the shoe. Taking the insole out and looking at the insole, luckily this insole is detachable. We have a beigey insole which says Yeezy and Adidas at the top. This insole you can literally slide in and slide out, so it's not that bad. Something which is really eye-catching about the shoe is actually the midsole and the sole. As you can see, it's really chunky, like really chunky. This midsole features 2 different colors. I would say like a lighter color and a darker color. This color could be a black or a very charcoaly color, and then on top of that we have this eggshell color which just leads on from the prime knit. And at the bottom, looking at the traction, we do have a translucently traction sole with the boost obviously poking out in between it. Looking at how this shoe is composed, and obviously the sock-like upper of the shoe, it reminds me of a football boot. I will show you what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Hear me out. Hear me out. It reminds me of the funniest thing is, yeah, that this is actually Nike. So it reminds me of this type of sock support on a football boot. But obviously, this is an Adidas. But you get where I'm coming from, I hope. Overall, this shoe is a great shoe to have, I would say, and it's something which is really comfortable if you get all your dimensions right, if that makes sense. But I will talk more about that in the comfortability segment. So yeah, let's talk a bit about the shoe. This 380 is the 4th 380 to drop. Just before this was the Blue Oak 380s. That's the shoe that I said looks like oil in water. I don't know why they put that random misplaced blue on the brown. It just looks very odd. But yeah, who am I? This silhouette is a very different silhouette to the other Yeezys which have been released. I would find that this one is on a lot more the comfortable side. Then again, in general, Yeezys are comfortable. If you're not a fan of, let's say, the 350s or the 700s, V1, V2 or V3, this is a shoe that you might find to your liking, I guess. And on top of the uniqueness of this shoe, this unlimited lace system that I was talking about at the front of the shoe is something which it's different, but it's different in a good way, because a lot of people are lazy. So this really helps. The fact that you can both tie and loosen the shoe, and this bit gives a bit of weight, is a different technology which I do see people gravitating towards right now or just in the closer future. I feel like this is something that Yeezy should try and experiment more with, because this does add to the aesthetic of a Yeezy being something that you can just slip on and go. Obviously the laces are already together, so yeah, it's just slipping it on. I can see Kanye is going in the whole direction of comfort. He's been talking about replacing like the Rocher Run. Obviously right now the Rocher Run isn't as popular, but yeah, he's trying to replace every type of alternate comfort shoe. Coming out with this Yeezy, he's really trying to compete with such big silhouettes which have made their mark on sneaker culture as a whole. With that being said, let's get into CWP. This shoe is a really comfortable shoe. I would say get a half size up. Then again, to me in Yeezys, I naturally don't get true to size. I'll get half size up. I have tried on my true to size, and my foot's at the very front and it doesn't feel comfortable. It's something that I might be able to wear, but after a while it's just gonna damage my feet. So I would say get half a size up in general in this shoe. Don't see the point of getting a full size up, because obviously the unlimited lace can allow for that flexibility and allow for that width. Obviously it being on this really chunky fat, this is fat with a PH. This fat midsole makes this shoe really comfortable. Overall in comfort, I would say yes, this shoe is truly comfortable. Getting a half size up. Obviously I did talk about my girlfriend having the whole the heel issue, so getting half a size up, you would avoid that, because at the end of the day, nobody likes blisters. Wearability. This shoe, looking at the colors of the shoe and the upper of the shoe, I would say in general, wearability, this shoe isn't a shoe that would really pass for winter. This shoe I would regard as a summer shoe or a spring shoe, because obviously having a full prime knit upper and having this mesh along the side, the shoe is very breathable, meaning that obviously cold air and air in general can get into the shoe. And in my opinion, I just think that the shoe will pop off more in the summer. Don't take my word for gospel. Wear the shoe whenever you want. I'm not your foot. I'm not you. You can wear the shoe whenever you want. But yeah, just in general, I would say this shoe would be a really good summer shoe. Looking at the colors of the shoe, Kanye has stuck to this whole nudish, like very light browny theme. Obviously being the light brown on just the upper of the shoe and the mesh, meaning that the shoe, it might not be as wearable because it's not a black and white shoe and it's not a very prominent color shoe. It's not even a primary colored shoe. So the shoe, I would say, wearability, you would have to wear it with those nude colors. Nothing too far from the color of the shoe. You don't want to really overpower the shoe, if that makes sense. So profitability. This shoe was obviously released on 12 September. Right now I'm filming it. The shoe probably came out like a week ago. Looking at various third-party sites such as StockX and other places, I've even seen restocks on various different sites of the shoe, meaning that Kanye's whole motto of the shoes will be accessible to everybody is still in full swing. I've seen, actually I don't know if I've seen Reflective, because the Reflective is a lot more limited. I don't think I've seen as much restocks of the Reflective as the non-reflective, but definitely the non-reflective, you should be able to get it up to a month. And obviously supply and demand, if there's a high supply, demand won't be as high, so I'm guessing prices are now dropping. You might be able to get some for just over retail. What retail is, what, 200? I would say you could get a pair for either 200, you might even be able to get a pair for 200, either 200 or 300. I don't see pairs right now hitting over the £300 price point. I would regard this shoe as a quick sell shoe, meaning if you did want that quick buck, if you did want that quick flip, then yeah, you should be able to shot the shoe quickly. I would say the quicker you sell the shoe, the more money you get, because as time goes on, we've seen it in the past, restocks of Yeezys. Yeezys have been restocking and restocking and restocking. This could be a silhouette which does end up dropping below the retail price, which obviously for somebody who's selling a shoe isn't really a good thing if you want to make profit. So overall, I wouldn't say this shoe is too hard to get, and where you can, be smart, use your brain. You don't have to be going on shops like StockX or various different sites where people are quoting you high. If you do your research, you should be able to find a pair for a very good price without breaking your back. So let's get into the on foot.